campers! Happy day one of Camp NaNoWriMo. I cannot believe it's April 1st. I don't know how it is where you guys are, but it is sunny and almost warm today. I think it's in the 40s, which for New England is pretty good. I am working from home today. I've got my Dreams Don't Work Unless You Do shirt on from Kim Chance and Megan LaCroix, I think. Did they partner up or is it just Kim Chance? I don't know. I'll put the link down below. I love this shirt. It comes in other colors, but I wear it every year for Camp NaNoWriMo. Oh, you can see I have not done the dishes yet today. And my camp is starting off on kind of a weird foot because I just had my wisdom teeth consult over lunch, and I'm getting my wisdom teeth out next week. All 4. And because I am older, 26, the roots have grown in and are pretty established, so my doctor estimates I'm gonna have a little bit longer of a recovery than if I was a teenager. So I'm laughing, but I'm terrified. I have to go under anesthesia and all that jazz, so yay. But anyway, I'm gonna be home a lot week 2. First day of surgery, probably not so coherent, but hopefully I can get my page of writing in before my appointment, though I just realized my appointment's at 8, so I don't know how that's gonna work, but hopefully sometime that day I can at least do a page. It's gonna be a weird page, but I'm gonna try and do a page. Anyway, that's how my camp is starting. It's kind of crazy. And so I'm just gonna finish working up from home, and I do have some homework to do before my class this evening, and I did some homework last night, so I'm really tired. So I've done a lot of writing already these last couple days, but my Camp NaNoWriMo project is my novel, so I am not counting any creative writing other than that. Otherwise, my book will never get done. Well, that didn't take very long to be makeup free, now did it? Hey guys, so it is currently, let me turn down this blue. It is actually currently past midnight, so kind of day 2 technically. However, East Coast still has 3 more hours, so, West Coast still has 3 hours, so I'm gonna count it. It's fine. I just count whatever I get done before I fall asleep. So I'm sitting down to do my page. The reason I'm starting this so late, other than normal procrastination, is because I had class tonight and I had to turn in 3 editorial letters. So that took time. But now I'm going to sit and write a page. And I have not written in my story in a long time. I don't really remember the last time I actually opened it. I can probably tell you because I'm using Google Docs now to write. Last edit was on February 15th. Not good. Not good. That was almost 2 months ago now, so not good. All right, I am currently on page 32. So I'm rewriting it. I mean, I have a bunch of pages already written from my first draft, but I'm on chapter 3, am I? No, I'm on chapter 2, aren't I? I don't even know, guys. I'm on chapter 2, and the 2 chapters that I've rewritten from the beginning are brand new. They were not included in my original first draft. So I'm hoping by chapter 3, I think is the plan, I'm going to start implementing works I already have. Fingers crossed. So yeah, I'm going to just write a page, and this is even double spaced right now. Why have I been doing double space? I don't like double space. I've gotten used to it because everything we have to turn in for class has to be double spaced for people who edit by hand. So I've kind of gotten used to looking at double space now. Before I used to hate it, I would only write in single space, but is this conversation that necessary right now? No. Okay, I'm going to write my page. Hopefully it won't take very long, but it's the first time I've worked on this in a long time, so I'm worried it might take very long. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Eek. Okay, so it was a quick session. It was only like 15 minutes, but part of that was a struggle. And I could tell, so I mentioned how I need to outline my new book because I'm splitting up my first draft into 2 books to be part of the series. I don't know if it's going to be past 2 books yet because I haven't outlined. So I didn't get a chance to do that. That is my goal for this week, and even as I'm typing my chapter, so I know roughly what's supposed to happen in this chapter and a few chapters ahead, I feel like I need to know the details of exactly what direction I want to take this. So I think tomorrow I'm going to try to outline ahead a little bit more, at least figure out what the ending is going to be, the new ending, and go from there and write 1 more page. That's all I can ask for. Okay, good night. I can definitely tell I'm in the writing procrastination zone because I just cleaned my stove. Yeah. Didn't do a very good job apparently though, did I? And look at this awesome puzzle I did. This is a pretty pointless clip, but I always feel bad taking it apart and never taking like a picture of it or something, you know? I realize I'm at this part in my story where I feel like, I don't know, I'm not having as much fun writing it for whatever reason. And I think it was Stephen King, 9 times out of 10, any writing advice I remember is from Stephen King, said if you're not enjoying writing it, your readers aren't going to enjoy reading it. So that's been sticking with me, and I think I'm going to incorporate some of my suspense writing knowledge, lessons learned, and basically pick up the pace, because I realize I'm far enough in the book where I don't need to be spending these nice, beautiful paragraphs working on this prose description of each room, blah, blah, blah. It's like, okay, let's just get to the point. So that's what I'm gonna do. And so I feel like by doing that, the chapter is gonna be rather short, but maybe it needs to be a short chapter. It needs to be a transition, so I think I've been having a little bit of block with this chapter. I mean, this is a chapter I stopped writing for over a month, and I think it was because of that block. So I'm just gonna burst through it. That's the plan. All right, it is now past midnight. Can I ever go to bed on time? And I just barely wrote a page. Like, it barely counts, but I'm counting it because I'm tired, or I should be tired. I'm actually not feeling that tired, and that's a problem. But I would have finished a lot sooner, but I kind of got distracted doing some website building for work, even though I never ever usually work on work after hours, but I got sidetracked with some things from work. I hope you enjoy my friend here. Hopefully my future sister-in-law doesn't watch my videos, because this is her Easter present. I think, so today is day 2. Well, I'm technically day 3, but I think what I'm going to do, and this is something that I wanted to do before this month started, obviously I didn't get around to it, but I want to actually more seriously carve out when exactly I'm going to write. Now that sounds really obvious, but I think if I have a very strict schedule, like I'm writing from 9 o'clock to 10 o'clock p.m., that's gonna make it that much easier to prioritize it in my mind and work my other things around it. Because when it's kind of just like, oh, I'll write tonight before bed, it's like, well, what does that mean? And before I know it, it's 10:30 at night, haven't gone to bed yet, but it's like, oh crap, I still have to work, and then I just feel rushed and not exactly in the mood. And so I think having a set time, and so I'm aware that it's approaching, and just getting in that mind space and also prioritizing more will help. I think what I'm going to do also, I have a very long commute, as I mentioned before, and while I don't love writing on my phone, I think I'm going to work on outlining and brainstorming for the evening on my phone during my commute. I think that will be a good way to utilize my time, so that way when I sit down to write in the evening, I know exactly what my goal is for that day, and it's more fresh. I think that's a good plan. Okay, I'm gonna go. I'm going to be so tired in the morning. It's so bad. And I'm supposed to be like making sure I get enough sleep this week so that for my wisdom teeth, like I can't get sick. Like I can't have a cold. I can't, like, I have to take antibiotics so I can't get an infection. Like I'm supposed to be really healthy this, like making sure I stay healthy. And I'm not doing a very good job. Not sick yet though. All right, good night everybody. Hey guys, do you like my shirt? It's one of my favorite t-shirts. So I haven't filmed in a couple days, and so I figured I better pick up the camera. This is not gonna be a very exciting week one vlog if I'm not filming. So I admit there was a night, a couple nights ago, I completely forgot Camp NaNoWriMo. Like I just actually forgot that it was happening and that it was a thing, and I went to bed and I woke up the next morning, I was like, oh my god, I completely forgot to write. So that's not gonna fly, and I think I'm gonna actually just set timers in my phone. As you guys know, it's a very busy time for me, and so I can't be just plain forgetting things. And so I think I am going to set aside 9 o'clock p.m. to 10 o'clock p.m. every single night focused on writing, which was sort of my tentative plan, but I never actually put it in my schedule. So I have a little bit of catching up to do, even though I know I said I was never going to do that, but it was more I never wanted to use catching up as an excuse to fall behind. I wanted to always be focused on writing a page a day, but I feel guilty and I want to catch up to where I should be, so that's what I'll be doing tonight. Friday night, party in the Bascom household, even though it's not just me. And then tomorrow I will be going to Six Flags with my sister and family, and my 2 stepbrothers actually are going to be there too with their kids. It's going to be chaos, and they're all going to be meeting Zach's mom and sister for the first time, so that's pretty exciting. My dad's side of the family hasn't really met Zach's family yet, and so I'm anxious for that. I think it will be fun. And I admit my mind's been extra distracted with my wisdom teeth surgery coming up, because that's in a couple days. And I'm really nervous. I just had my last day at work today, and then I work from home Monday, and I have surgery on Tuesday. And then I know I shouldn't be expecting much of myself during recovery. My cabin has reminded me of this, but I still am hoping like that I feel okay enough to write, like I'm not just like a zombie from pain medication or anything. I don't plan on taking that much pain medication anyway, just because it makes me nervous, just like ibuprofen and stuff, but we'll see how my recovery goes. I'm really hoping it's fine. Like I'm hoping, obviously I know it's gonna be painful, but like, I don't know, I've had teeth ache before. Toothaches? I don't know how you say that. Toothaches before. Yeah, that's how you say it. God. So I know how it feels, so hopefully I can just bear it. And I've already got my shopping list for all my soft foods. If you have any tips, let me know. And don't be like me, kids. Don't wait this long to have your wisdom teeth out. It's gonna make it so much harder. All my roots are grown in, and just don't be like me. Oh, and next week, I forgot to mention, my second draft of my short story is due. I liked my first draft okay. I know that I like have become very disinterested in it, and I talked about that in my other video, but I didn't think it was bad. But I've gotten a lot of feedback that it slowed down a lot. Like it kind of like peaked early and then just from there cascaded down. That's obviously not good. Like I had a few exciting moments, but I want to keep the whole thing constantly going up, so I have to work on that. And I have to do that before my surgery, because it's due Wednesday, noon Wednesday, which will be the second day, like my first full day of recovery. And I don't want to put that stress on myself if I'm feeling horrible, that I have to like sit there and fight through the pain and fight through wanting to sleep to finish a story. Like it will come out garbage then. So I'm actually going to focus on finishing my short story second draft on Sunday. So that will probably be the end of this vlog that you guys will see. That will be fun. No, it's not fun. I'm really not a short story fan. It's just, they're draining because you have to just tell a whole story. I don't know, it's draining. I'd rather write a book any day. I feel like short stories are so hard. So I listened to my playlist that I had made, when did I make it? In fall, I believe, for the first time this camp that I made for my book. And I spent many hours listening to this playlist on repeat while writing. And oh my God, it made getting in the zone so much easier. I just plugged in my Spotify, my headphones, and started listening to the songs, and suddenly I was there again. So I understand now, like I get it. Like I've always listened to like sound effects when writing, and like just sort of noises, like storms, rain, that sort of thing, to kind of get me in like the mood. But having specific songs, specific playlists linked to my characters, linked to my scenes and story, it not only puts me in the writing mood, it puts me in my story. It puts me there. So I'm kind of all for it now. In the beginning, I always thought I cannot listen to the music that has words, it's too distracting. But I think the secret is the songs that I have in my playlist, I know like every word to, and so it's not like I'm getting caught up in that. I can just kind of have it playing. I don't know, it's crazy. I like it. I get why people do it now. I think I'm gonna stick with this. I should have more songs though, because it's like the same 10 songs that just go on repeat, but hey, whatever works, right? Hey guys, sorry, it's midnight, I'm loopy. So I didn't get the chance to pick up the camera and talk about what I did yesterday. So I meant to write way more yesterday than I ended up doing. We got home back from our time away this weekend, which was amazing. Went with family to Six Flags, it was awesome. But we were supposed to come back Sunday morning. We ended up coming back Sunday night. And I had a lot to do to prep for my wisdom teeth removal, just as far as getting the house in order, putting away our laundry, going to get groceries, because today I worked. So, long story short, I did not end up catching up the way I wanted to. However, I did write. So I had talked about this, I think, earlier in my video, where I wanted to start using my phone while commuting as a way to utilize that time, and I realized I can actually use Google Drive on my phone when I'm lying in bed. So I'm definitely more of a night writer, even though I don't want to be. I do love writing in the morning. I have tried it a couple times. For me, it's really just a matter of not being able to wake up that early. I know I can if I try, but it hasn't worked out. I'm too tired. But I do feel as though I write just as well in the morning, so neither here nor there. Night just works easier for now. It's actually going well. I mean, there's an adjustment because it's like just doing this instead of typing out, and so it's almost as if I'm thinking less about the prose and the English of it and more just about moving the story forward. So I do recommend, if you feel you are kind of stuck with drafting, especially if this is your first draft, try typing it on your phone. I know it seems like I kind of poo-pooed at it, like I thought that I wouldn't be comfortable doing it, but I mean, we text on our phone. Well, I can't speak for you guys, but I message on my phone all the time, so it's really not a matter of writing too slow, but it does change how you are thinking about your writing. Like when I'm typing on my phone, I'm more thinking about the story and what happens next, and it feels more casual and less pressured, versus on my laptop, which feels very formal. And it's kind of the same idea of writing freehand, which I've talked about before too. I've used that in the past as a way to get over that hump of feeling like, oh my god, like this is my story and it has to be perfect, and it's more just like, I'm just writing in my notebook, whatever happens happens. And it's like, I'm just writing on my phone, whatever happens happens. So yeah, that's what I did last night. And one thing I've been doing too is I start to get tired as I'm on my phone in bed. And so what I do is at the end of my Google Docs, where I have my second draft going, I put like a little, just like some dashes, some thoughts on what I think should happen next. Just because I have a loose outline in my head, even though I need to do a better detailed outline, but I have a loose outline of what I want to happen next, and this is sort of just to get me going for that next chunk. So I go back and I see like 3 points of what I want to happen next, and it's like, okay, yeah, that's kind of what I've been doing the last couple days. And we'll probably do a little bit tonight, not too much, because I do have to go to bed. I have to be up early for my wisdom teeth. So I wanted to wrap up this vlog because I'm probably going to edit it since I'm gonna have all this free time next week when I'm not sleeping and in pain. But on that note, I'm really wanting this week to be, no, I need to stop saying words like wanting and hoping. This week is going to be writer heavy, and I'm not saying that as like a pressuring way, as in, you know I should be focused on my recovery and whatnot, but I want it. Like, I'm gonna have the opportunity where I'm just sitting on my couch. It's gonna be perfect. I finally have the guilt-free time to just write. You know, I don't have to answer work emails, personal emails, friends' messages. No, not that they're work, but it's just gonna be me and my laptop for the next 5 days, 4 days, however long I took off. So overall, week 1 of camp has been sporadic. I wish I had more of a routine down. That's gonna be, well, I can't even say week 2 is gonna be establishing a routine because it's gonna be a different situation because I'm gonna be home all week. But it's been a start, and I've definitely been thinking about my story more. Let me know how your first week is going. Let me know how your wisdom teeth removal surgery went. I just tweeted about this, but I'm actually, like, I've gone through all the emotions of fear and kind of excitement and I don't know, just looking forward for it to be done. This evening though, I just feel sad. Like, I'm losing my teeth. 4 of my teeth that I grew all by myself. They're my teeth, and I don't know. I get weird about it. I had, like, fun fact, a little mole on my leg removed earlier this year, and I was like totally stoked, ready for it to go, just because it's like, who needs it? And then, like, afterwards, I felt really sad. Like, a part of me was gone forever, and I can't get it back, and it's weird. It's weird. Anyway, here's my molars. I don't even know if you can see them. You definitely can't see my bottom ones. My chocolate, see? Yeah, you're not gonna be able to see them. That was a part of me, point of view none of you asked for, but there you go. I'm really hoping they let me keep them. I told Zach I'm gonna put them under my pillow, and hopefully the tooth fairy will come. We'll see what happens. I don't know if that works with adult molar teeth, but we're gonna try. I've heard the tooth fairy isn't as cheap these days. She was pretty cheap in my time, so I think she needs to step it up for these wisdom teeth. Wisdom teeth are pretty valuable. I think like 25 bucks a pop sounds fair. All right, I have to finish up an editor letter for class. I wrote 3 this evening. Yeah, if I just count pages written, I write so much a day, but I want to write my novel. That's what I want to focus on. Oh, and that's another thing I have to do. My second draft for my short story is due Wednesday, and my plan was to have it done Sunday, and that didn't work out. So then my second plan was to have it done tonight, and that's not working out. So I am hoping and praying that I feel okay enough tomorrow night to work on it. I'm thinking I should, really thinking I should. My surgery is at 8 a.m. so by 9 a.m. I will be home, ideal, like per the plan. And so even if I spend like 9 hours after sleeping, then it's still only 6 p.m. right? So if it's due Wednesday at noon, then I have Wednesday morning to wrap it up. We'll see how it goes. I do this to myself. I hate myself, but Zach actually mentioned to me yesterday, I was working on something, he goes, it's just not physically possible for you to not do things last minute, is it? And I said, I don't think it is. I don't think I can physically bring myself to do anything unless it's due with just enough time that I know I can finish it. If it's too much time, I can't do it. This is not a good habit. I'm trying to break this habit. We'll work on it together. But as I said, I do always get it done. It's not always good, but I get it done. Good night, everybody. Happy week 1 of camp. It's been a warmer week than last year. Last year it snowed. It hasn't snowed. It's been almost 67 this year. And what am I reading now? Good question. I'm reading another Murder, She Wrote book, prized by no one, and it's called Madison Avenue Shoot. Takes place in Manhattan. I think I'm finally coming down from my Murder, She Wrote obsession because this is like number 5 and I haven't blasted through it. Good night, everybody. If you're seeing this video, it means I survived my surgery because I edited it and uploaded it, so that's great news. Hopefully I'm not in pain. I should be fine. I'll be fine. Don't worry about me. I'm fine. Bye. Oh, and I forgot to add really quick, the reason that I am not working more on my story tonight, other than that it's late, though I've stayed up much later working on stories before, so it's not that late for me. I can't eat or drink for 8 hours before my surgery, so since it's midnight, it's now at that 8 hours before mark, and I can't like write without drinking something. Thankfully, I got myself out of the habit of having to eat something or snack on something, because otherwise my fitness wouldn't be going so hot. But I have to like be sipping water or tea or coffee or something, and like I'm sitting here finishing up my last editor letter, and I can't sip on water, and I'm like, I don't know what to do with myself. I'm beside myself, so I have to go to bed. I'm just useless right now. Well, I'll finish the letter first, but yeah, learning something new about myself, I guess. I actually had to take my water bottle away because I'm terrified out of habit I'm gonna go fill it up and start drinking it, so I have to like hide all the water from me. It feels very unnatural to be told you can't have water, but obviously safety first. Okay, officially good night. Good night, good night, good night. Next time you see me, I'll have 4 less teeth. Oh, that's sad.